Any questions on the vouchers?
I don't have any.
No, sir.
I move we approve them.
Second.
It's been moved by Dave and seconded by Mike that we approve the vouchers as presented to us. Any discussion further? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Anyone opposed? No one's opposed. Items for discussion and action. I guess I've sent out an email to all of you as far as the discussion that I had with Jill and Anna. And we went and visited the pool last Friday. I know it was very short notice. But I think the plan that we came up with, and certainly up for discussion and whatever, was what we would do, and Jill, please correct me if I'm missing something, is have 2 sessions of swimming for the for people to come swim at the pool. It would be a morning or mid-morning session, and then a quote like an afternoon evening session, about 3 hours apiece. It would leave us about an hour between those sessions to do some more cleaning. We would allow for, and Matt would appreciate this, swim clubs to come early in the morning before we officially open, and as well as to come during the evening after we closed so that they can get in some time, some pool time to do work. That is also possibly available to other entities, but I think what we talked about initially, and that is, and no pun intended, to get our feet wet and to get an understanding of what we need to do under these new environment, is to limit it strictly to Munster residents to buy the opportunity and the coupons to come in. So if we have a coupon book, one coupon is going to be worth 1 session. So you're going to come at whatever it is, 11 o'clock, and you're going to come and you're going to be able to be there till, and these times aren't official, till 2. And then at that time, you'll be asked to leave so that staff and everyone can clean up and organize and get this thing ready for the afternoon session. We're also trying not to generate lines, because if you have daily passes, you're going to have people standing out in front of the front gate waiting and doing this such. It's strictly for us to sort of get used to the new normal under these circumstances. It can be done safely, we all believe. And it's something that we believe that people are asking to happen, and it's what we came up with. So if there's anything else, we are going to raise, or ask to raise, the prices by $5 across the board for those coupon books, just for the extra person that Anna is suggesting that we put in for cleaning for lifeguards. And so we would sell or pre-sell those coupon books at probably the pool, because it's outdoors, so people aren't going to be crowded into the park office all at one time, and we can get them in and out as fast as we can. So
Dan, would this be in?
Oh, sorry, go ahead, Mike.
Oh, I was just going to ask a question. Would this coupon book be in conjunction with or in replace of the passes, like a season pass?
My understanding, and I can be corrected, is that we won't be selling season passes anymore at this point in time. We will honor the ones that we have had, but because the issue that what we could end up with is just a bunch of people buying season passes, and we can't necessarily guarantee anything. We don't know what this world is going to look like, in 2 weeks from now. So we're trying to limit that, and we don't want to overpromise to people with season passes. And I think that we're going to be going on till whatever, July 15th or August. It could close down. This could get much better, or this could get much worse. And so we've just got to work with it using these coupons. Bill, if
You know
I'm
how many passes we sold already? Bill?
I will defer. Jill?
The coupon books, we have not sold any. We got them right before the office closed for COVID. And that's
Yeah,
something
no, I mean,
we buy in
the
person.
month, the yearly
Oh, the
pass.
membership passes?
Yeah,
About 40 passes sold thus far.
okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sure anytime you start something new, you're going to have questions that need to be answered on the spot at the time. Who's going to have that authority and who's going to be there to make that decision instantly, so things don't flare up? Someone has to have authority at that pool at all times. Who's going to do that?
That's going to be the pool manager, and we had that discussion, and she has 2 assistants as well. We try to talk through every scenario, and as you're right, there's going to be scenarios that we haven't accounted for. But she felt comfortable with that authority and her ability to talk to people and make sure that they're doing the right things and doing things that adults should be doing.
Now, does she have a contact person in case, it's maybe a tough decision, maybe a legal decision or whatever? Does she have someone that she can call? Is it Dustin that she would call, or how does that work in the town? If someone
For
is
what's
on
the
site
problem?
and there's an issue, there's a problem. How does that work, Dustin?
Well, Dan, you were about to answer.
Yeah.
I'll defer to the president of the board.
I mean, I think the way she proceeded with it is that she will tell and ask people to leave, and they have left based on that. Now, if it escalates to a point where you need to have policing, then she said that they've stopped by before, and that would be what she would do.
So last year, the way that it worked was I was the head at the pool, and then if there were additional issues or if anyone asked for contact information, that contact person was Danielle Volk, who now would be Abby. And then it just kept going up the chain, depending on how severe the issue was. So when it came to something like that was how that process was handled.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
How about the chairs? Are we taking the chairs out, people bringing their own, or are we leaving them there and cleaning them every 3 hours or whatever? And then what about the slides and those kind of things? Are they going to all be able to use that? And then last, I wanted to, how about food? Three separate issues.
Yeah. So my understanding is they were going to leave the chairs, but only put out a limited number of chairs. And like I said, Jill was there as well. So if I remember something incorrectly, she'll tell me. The slides would be open. And then the food, I don't think was ever a finalized discussion point.
So when those chairs are there, can they move them or do they have to stay where they're at?
You can move them. They're just like lounge chairs.
I know. I've been there for years ago. I've been there. I know. But I mean, now there's no like social distancing that we're doing. It's just you could be on top of each other then.
I think the thought process was you would put them in areas and group them in small areas all across. And that's what I actually talked about. Even there's the grassy area that people can utilize for their benefit. We're not going to put all the chairs in one gigantic row and have everyone sit next to each other.
Yeah. Can a minor go to the pool without an adult?
No, there's an age.
A little bit older to get in by themselves.
I believe
Art?
the
I didn't
official
hear-
age on the rules is 13 or 14 that is
Yeah,
posted.
I want to say it was 14, I think, if I'm trying to remember.
So a 14-year-old can go and not have to have a parent or a neighbor, or, be with a.
If I can remember, there wasn't too many at that age. Am I right, Jill? Is there still not too many? And when they're 15, 16 are hanging out over there, if I could remember that.
I think it all kind of depends on the temperature too.
Yeah.
Like today?
Yeah. The phone's been ringing off the hook.
Was the
Well,
staff?
I think I think,
Go ahead.
no, I'm sorry. I didn't want to cut you. I just was going to say, I think it's a good idea. Let's go for it.
Is the staff up to this? Is the staff ready to do this? They think it's a smart move? That's your business. Your business is the parks. Is it something that you guys are ready to tackle?
I think between Abby and myself, I think we've been in enough webinars to know all of the logistics to make it work. It's a matter of the public abiding to that. In
Yeah,
regards to all of
we
the
can see
things,
that,
I think
yeah.
we do feel comfortable with it. Abby has about 30 staff already secured. It's just a matter of securing maybe about 5 to 10 more lifeguards, and then she's at full staff.
I think we should do it, but I just wanted to comment. I know we had gone back and forth on the chairs issue, and I think that leaving the chairs, removing some obviously, but your plan of leaving the chairs there would be best. I was thinking about people bringing in their own chairs and stuff, and I think you have more control over cleaning and whatnot if you just leave the chairs that we have, and then so those could be cleaned.
I agree, and we talked about that point, and I will tell you this is what's gonna, I know people will be upset. There are people that are gonna be from whatever other community, Cherville or wherever, that have used to come to Munster that can't do it just yet. But here's the point. We wanna make sure you don't wanna open the spigot up 100% and then you try to back that down. It's gonna be something that they feel comfortable doing, the staff feels comfortable doing, but we're also know that there are going to be people that are going to be upset because at a certain point, we have to learn as well. And I'm not trying to make this virus a test, but it's just something because of the requirements, and I think everyone should be able to act like adults in there, and that's what we're going to hope for. And if there are issues, we'll have to address them on a going basis.
Do we have an idea approximately how many Munsters, what percentage Munster residents use it? 25, 50, ballparking, do we have an idea?
I think it was a 60-40 split with Munster being 60.
Around 60%?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wendy, I saw your hand up. Were you going to ask a question?
Yeah, one thing that hasn't come up is the financial impact of this. We've run some numbers, and it doesn't, financially, it could be as much as $125,000 it will cost us to open the pool. That takes into account projected revenues. And so I think that should be way into your decision as well. Does the parks want to assume what could be about $125,000 hit to your budget?
How do you project a $125,000 loss?
It was a look
Loss
at,
or just cost? You're just saying that's what it's going to cost, right?
No,
No,
she's
that's
saying
including-
everything. I think she's
yeah,
saying.
that's your net. Your net will be.
That's
what
your
was
net.
done is
Yeah.
a look.
I mean,
Hold on.
we have a net loss of.
We got to just, I'm going to let Wendy explain her $125,000 loss statement, and then we can come with questions. That way I
Okay.
can, it's
I'm
hard to
looking
do
at a
this in
little
this way.
different spreadsheet than you are. Let's see. I'm not sure what's on the screen. I was waiting for it to. Because we estimate, if you estimate what we take in revenue in July and August, typically the pool's open about 95 days. We've already lost 15 to 20 days already in the season. By the time we open on the 15th, and another week if we open on the 20th, 22nd, around there. So we've lost half of June, all of May, and a lot of this on mine shows season passes make up a significant portion of our revenue. And if you take it by, I think the number came up to be about $450 in revenue is about what we can expect based on the attendance from mid-June to mid-August. And you multiply that out, the costs really stay pretty much the same, and they may even go up. So last year, the pool cost $186,000 in expenses. We've already put in so far this year $26,000. This was as of May 20th, I believe.
Wendy,
So we've already got some sunk costs without any offsetting or with minimal offsetting revenue.
Wendy, real quick.
Yes.
Isn't that 26,000 that you just referenced, wasn't that part of our previous approved budget from 2019?
No, there's some assigned administrative costs that go to the pool. I believe Abby's salary, and so that's already being put against. We've spent $3,400 in chemicals. There is some landscaping costs of about $6,000. So again, let's see, I'm looking at the screen.
And do you anticipate payroll? Do you anticipate payroll to go up because of more people there to clean and so forth?
It's not going to be, it's going to be one extra, well, it's actually going to be the way that it's going to be the way that Anna puts the lifeguards and shifts them on a seat. So as opposed to having a break, there's one of their seats will be to clean. It's not going to be extra personnel,
Okay.
but it's going to be extra duties. And to the administrative
Okay.
aspect of it, it's not like we're gonna go fire Abby. I mean, the 14,000 was gonna be there regardless. I don't know if someone froze up or what's going on, but so
No, this is Dave Servin. I'm on the cell phone, so if you got something on the screen, I don't have I can't see it. So, anyway, well, that's a
Dave, I think
$125,000.
these are numbers. Dave, I think you've seen these numbers. Somehow we were sent these numbers for 2020, 2019, 2018. That's what's going up on the screen now.
All right.
I don't know if
They're
you had
not
a
as
chance to
bad.
look at those.
Can I ask a clarifying question?
No, but somehow, yeah, I'm sorry.
Dustin, you have a question?
Earlier in the conversation, when you discussed what Jill and Abby, Jill and Anna and you had decided, you mentioned that you were going to raise the price of admission. Do you have a number that would be, since the method of payment is going to be different with the coupons, what would be the cost of a coupon?
Well, just for clarity, I didn't solely decide this. It was only what we've come up with as far as a recommendation. Only park board can decide, but it was going to be a $5 across the board on the coupon books and the other aspects of the group payments. And I will also let,
The cost would
I
be
guess,
$5 or $5 additional?
I'm
$5
sorry.
additional.
So what would that total cost be, Jill?
Season pass holder would pay 30 for a book of 5. Resident would pay 35, and non-resident would pay 50.
But right now, we're not doing non-resident.
Yeah.
And so to cover that gap, that's the 125,000, which I'm still trying to look for here, that's where you come in with Matt's group, who is someone that we've never done this before, although maybe in the future we should look at this going forward, is you've got now sessions in the morning and the evening available for them to rent the space. Now, I would assume we would give somewhat of a hometown discount to our hometown swim club, but still we would expect some dollars to be brought in at really no additional cost for us, because the pool is sitting there running its filter. It's not like I've got to start it up for them. It's
Right.
there. So there's additional revenue that would offset the season pass.
but we're not going to run any of our programs. So we're losing 21,000 that we earned last year in programs. I mean, I would think the swim club would replace that. And then we also had 18,000 in rentals last year. So
Yeah.
I don't know how it'll all fill into place strategically, but if we're using the swim club there in the evenings, is that when most people rent the pool?
Well,
So then we can't
yeah,
rent because the swim club's there.
But
So
they're renting as well. It's just an easier rent for us than for us to wait for Bobby's birthday party. We already can fill up the space for if it's Munster, and nothing against Matt, but if Chesterton wants to come, or if the folks from, I don't know, Bloom Trail want to have a swim club, and because Illinois is going to be shut down for some time as well. Those
Sure,
are
like
all.
hockey.
Oh, I'm sorry. I could just, this is Matt again. I hate to interrupt. I even just crunched some numbers on my own based on what we had paid and rented in the past when I was working with this.
Yelena.
Yeah, right. And it was, I think we were even at like $85 an hour for the whole facility. And if we were even looking at doing morning hours and a couple hours in the evening, it adds up fast. And if we were in the pool for 3 weeks or 4 weeks, I mean, you're almost looking at right around 10, 12 grand just for the swim club.
Yeah, 12 grand.
10, 12. I'm accounting for maybe some rain days where you can't swim in the morning or something like that. But, it could be a potential decent source of revenue. And like you said, Dan, if, you're not necessarily waiting around for someone's birthday party, but I don't know what you guys charge for other parties, other entities also, or if ours would be raised maybe even $100 an hour. We're willing to pay just to get in the pool at this point. We have some savings and it's been decided if that was a choice.
I think Wendy is just doing her job and reminding us that, we only have so much money here. And if we do spend something else may not be done in the parks that maybe we thought we were going to get done this year. So it's a question of how to prioritize what we want to do here. So that's
Ron, I agree with you 100%. I understand the financial side of it, and certainly we recognize that. And I'm not mad at anybody. I'm just stating that, I think there's
we're going to be saying no. We're going to be saying no to something else.
Yes,
that's
more
correct.
or less
This comes down to.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Anything else? Discussion, questions, comments?
Do you need a motion for this? Do you need do you just need guidance? Is that what we're doing?
I don't think there's a motion. The motion may only need to be the fact of raising the fees, but because as Dave has clearly said about everything, run it like we always run it. If the golf course is open, then we don't have to tell people to go run the golf course.
Right.
We just want to give them the guidance to say, here's the here's the $5. It's gonna be $5 for the coupon books, and everyone on this board needs to understand that how it's going to open. It's going to be only to Munster residents initially. If there's not enough overwhelming support for that, then we open it up further, or maybe the staff says we can't do this. We have to understand that. That's all.
Are we going to put out, one of my questions was one thing you just addressed. Are we going to set out a timeline at all that says we're going to open it right now for Munster residents, and then July 31st we'll reevaluate for non-residents? Any kind of guidance? Because I think that's what people are going to ask, is if we're going to have any sort our planned.
And I'll also wait for Jill after this one, but I thought our thought process was we were going to do it for 2 weeks. So assuming it opens to the public on June 14th or 15th, that's just a guess. We would do it till July 1st and then reevaluate how things are going. Society could have changed. The sickness could have changed. We could have had whatever. We could have good things, bad things. And so after July 1st, we will evaluate to see, I think that was the thought, was to see if we can open it further or if we have to ratchet it down.
Fair enough. Thank you.
So
What date are we looking to, what date are we looking to open this, Jill? What date would it be?
Well, if we were to do June 15th, Abby actually needs a couple days of training prior to the pool formally opening to train her staff. So I would think maybe Thursday, the 18th, if that's okay. And then
Whatever you need, yeah.
also in regards to the pool, Highland is considered resident for like memberships and stuff. So are we saying strictly Munster, or are we including Highland within that resident pricing for the coupon books for the first 2 weeks?
Well, is that an agreement between the two towns that we are benefiting on the other end? Correct?
Well,
Yeah, but
yeah, I
our
mean, we have a
benefit-
partnership with them to use to get their resident rate for membership, fitness memberships at the Lincoln
I mean,
Center.
how do you then not live up to your partnership agreement? I don't know. I'm just asking. I don't know.
I
It's
think
not
we
a
have a
friendly
reciprocal
neighbor.
agreement.
Yeah. I'm guessing. I don't know.
Closed, right? In Highland?
Yeah, I know at some point they were gonna start a stage reopening, but I'm not sure at what date they were gonna do that.
So what would you guys prefer? Because technically fitness clubs can open, I believe, but it's all depending on which ones you want to open. So we don't know if Highland's opening it and when they're going to open it.
Yeah, what if they open it and say our people can't go over there then? I don't know.
Well, I don't
I'm
want
just
to,
throwing
look,
that
I
out.
don't want to start a fight. I just want whatever you guys want is fine with me.
Yeah, right. But I'm just throwing out questions that we
I
may have
just
to
think
come
we should-
across.
I think we ought to let Highland be treated the way they always have in the past. I mean,
I agree.
that's just,
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. We should honor the reciprocal
agree.
agreement, but we should limit it
I
to
agree.
residents and those in the reciprocal agreement.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
I will motion to increase the fee by the $5.
I'll second that.
There's been a motion made by Mike and seconded by Ron to raise the $5 fee for the coupon book across the board for both pass holders, Munster residents and non-residents. Any discussion further? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Ayes have it. Any other questions or comments?
do we have
Good
any
luck.
plans to, do we, I just thought this doesn't have anything with the pool, but do we have any plans to open up, the view?
Probably not.
Is anyone here from,
Mr. Johnson is not on the line,
oh, okay.
but they had not anticipated opening up the view at this point.
Just another
That's
thought.
fine. There's a couple of people that asked me, and I said I honestly didn't know, so now I can tell them no.
We'll bring that to his attention on Friday at a staff meeting for sure.
Just another thing to put in the back of your mind for open discussion is Ale Fest. I know it's for October, but the planning starts now-ish. So it's not something we're going to decide now, but something that you could think about for the coming meetings. So that's all I have.
Okay.
All right.
Well, Dan, thanks a lot for taking the lead now with the pool. And
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
You thank Jill and Anna. They're the ones. They're gonna have to implement and we're going to try to help them out as best as we can.
Can I just confirm a couple things?
Yes.
So if we go ahead with that June 18 open date to the public, and then we can schedule maybe a couple dates next week to open admissions at the pool to sell coupon books from there, and I could just pick a couple dates and times. We can get that out today, or
And I will help
Yeah.
you. I said I was going to be there.
okay. All right.
And then
Perfect.
I think start working with Matt on some dates. You know, that would be good if we can get some income going in there.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I don't think
absolutely.
Matt needs it all looking fancy. Do you, Matt?
Oh, no way. The less the better, in my opinion. I mean, just throw the lane lines in the pool and you know, we'll take care of the rest. I mean, we're all certified and we'll just follow Jill and Anna's, you know, lead.
How many
on
lanes are there? Are there only like 3 or 4 lanes?
Or
4.
So maybe they can start before our official start.
Yeah, we can work on that. What
Okay.
about the discussion in regards to the locker rooms and showers for the public? Nothing at all?
I say no showers or locker rooms personally.
Just maybe offer the family bathroom should it be an emergency?
Right.
Okay,
You don't want people in hanging out.
right.
That's my opinion. That there's 4 other people.
Well, I agree with that.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is there a way, I mean, I hate to see all these kids have to use the bathroom and not have anywhere to go.
There are 2 family restrooms there, one on the male side and one on the female side.
There's bathrooms where you're just not telling them to go to take a shower and do it like a changing locker room.
Right, but is there, I guess my question is there a way to close off the showers and maybe leave the, like, well, I guess it's
Take
Not
the
really,
handles
you can go
off.
right across from the
We
bathroom.
can't turn the
Yeah.
button.
Yeah, never mind.
And we don't want to close the bathrooms. That would be
No.
not a good idea.
But the people have to know that they're not going to change over there. You know, they're going to come thinking they could change. We got to make that really understood.
In the announcement, I think that's what's going to have to be clearly depicted.
Got it?
Anything else, Jill, you got for us?
I don't think so. I think I'm good.
All right. Anyone got a motion to adjourn?
I move we adjourn.
Second? Anyone?
Second.
Moved and seconded by Robin. All those in favor say aye.
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 Those that want to stay on can stay on. I'll see you.
Sorry
Thank
about
you.
the construction, guys.
Aye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.